What's going on, everybody? My name is Dan on Fire for God, and I have Insane Killer 991 here, and we're doing episode 1 of CREWCAST. Yay! Now, if you don't know what CREWCAST is, it's very simple. It's a podcast we're gonna do, and we're gonna every week Saturday. I'm gonna get somebody over, one of our crews, one of our crew member, one of the 5. Well, I'm gonna say 5. I don't know, but we'll get one over, and we'll get how many of we can. We'll talk for an hour, and then that'll be a video.
That was a long time.
It's a long time.
I mean, I could talk for hours on end, but talking to a camera.
We don't talk to a camera. We talk to each other. That's how this goes. So it's like we're talking like there's no camera at all.
But it's right there.
It's connected. What I'm talking about. Okay, so this is funny. I can't record more. I can only record 30 minutes. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna stop after 30 minutes, and we'll start again, and I'll try to upload them both at the same time. I'll actually be right back because I got a funny thing I gotta show Jack here. So you can talk.
Hi, I'm Jack. Shut up! Him laughing his ass off in the background.
Alright.
Fuck off. Jesus Christ.
So I got this cool pen cup here.
Jesus.
Glass, and I like this. I like this pen cup because you just speak into it, and suddenly you've got the greatest Bane voice ever created. Hello.
Oh goodness.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Put all the police on the ground?
No. Okay. I just wanted to show that. I'm not going to use it the entire time.
You might.
I might use it occasionally. Just put that right there.
Giant ass glass. Game of Thrones glass over there.
It is. Smash it over. So what's it?
Oh Jesus.
So what do you have anything to talk about? Like any current events that have gone on?
Happy 4th of July.
Oh yeah, it's 4th of July. That's awesome. I'm gonna upload this probably today, so it's gonna be the 4th of July.
If it's not, well then happy 4th of July
Today we celebrate our Independence Day. This voice is really cool too. It's cool because like I have to still do the Bane accent, otherwise this could sound like this. So if I do the Bane accent, the combination.
Hello, Mr. Batman.
Good.
Hello, Mr. Batman. Tough face.
So, okay, I guess we can talk about E3. That happened a long time ago. People already talked about it. We can talk about it.
Oh, yes.
So what was your favorite thing about E3?
E3... I forgot what E3 did even. I think it wasn't HoloLens part of that?
Yeah. I think Fallout 4 was one of my favorite things. So I'm going to love to play that game and just... Like, it's going to be fun to play that because, you can pick up anything in the game, and it's like it can be used to craft something. So like you just pick up there's shit right there. I can just pick that up, and then I can use that to craft.
No, now is it literal shit,
no,
or is
not,
it just a bunch of?
It's a bunch of shit.
Junk.
It's a bunch of junk. It's just a bunch of shit.
Because if you pick up shit and you just craft like a fucking sword out of that shit.
Yeah, it's called the shit sword.
The bullshit sword.
The bullshit sword.
Has horns.
Yeah, horns.
Oh, that'd be too funny.
It's a big ass cup.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Game of Thrones cup.
One more, I know. I feel bad for someone who has a nipple like that. Look at it, curves like that.
Well then.
So okay, I got a couple interesting things I can talk about. So okay, I went to Domino's to go get some hot wings. I know Jack hates the hot wings there because he said there's not enough. There's not enough meat on the hot wings.
There isn't. It's fucking bone.
I got like 16 of them, so I ate them. But I went to the Domino's there, and it was like a few days ago. And a few days ago, it was like 118 outside, it was around there. And my dad went and already ordered it, so he gave me $20, and I went over to go. I'm out of money, by the way. I had like $90, and I'm out of money already. I blew it off. Oh,
you should have started buying.
No, it was money well spent though.
Yeah, but you should just start buying equipment. Like, there's a bunch of mics right now that are only like
I'm going back. I'm going back to work on Monday, so it's gonna be fun.
Once I get like $60, $60, $70, I'm gonna start buying a mic. Once I buy a mic, then I'll make everything a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah. So I went there. I went to go get food, and the AC wasn't working in the Domino's.
How does their food
There's a hot box in there. And luckily they were still making my food, so I got it fresh and perfectly fine. But I looked at the dude, there's one dude in there doing everything. I felt sorry for him. Because he was, like, just sweating. Like, I saw beads of sweat, and I was saying, want my food. I was like, can you not give me that? Can I just go get my food? I paid for it already. I'm not going to steal anything. I was, like, really, like, an ass. But it was, like, I felt bad for him.
It's not really going to be worth stealing.
By the way, what does your shirt say?
I don't know, some kind of NASCAR bullshit.
Mine's Cartman. Mine's Cartman saying, respect my authority. I respect my authority. I love it, because it's like a sketch art. It's the one good shirt that I have now that fits me. All the others are like really tight on. Oh no! Okay, so I went on a field trip to a t-shirt printing place a month ago, and I got to print a shirt there. And I'm like, oh, I've already printed a lot of shirts, so it's not gonna be that hard for me. The dude gave me a small shirt to print, and he gave me that small shirt that I printed. I tried putting it on. It went up to here, and it wouldn't go past here. God damn it! I thought, oh, if I go down any further, it's gonna just rip open. So I didn't.
You should have done it just be like, psh. That's what I think of your shirts.
I think of your shirts. I said, I don't know what size you are. I think I said, like, oh, I'm like an XXL. And I went to the doctor the other day. And I'm actually clean bill of health. I'm all good.
I should go to a doctor.
You really should. You probably got like AIDS or something like that.
I got HIV. I'm gonna start singing Queen songs.
Just talk about how you get AIDS. I went there though, and the funniest thing that happened as I went there, and the doctor was really nice. He said I was fine, and the fact he said technically you are obese, and I was like he said this he was joking, you know. Technically, I am considered obese, but he said it, and I was like drinking something. He said, I'm like, nice, spit out the water I was drinking. He said, you are technically obese, and I was like, man. No, but he said that because I'm still like 16, he said that I'm still gonna grow till I'm like 21 or like 30, so I won't. I'm technically fine right now, so I'm not overweight. I'm good, but I am in that obese class. So I was like,
I'm underweight. I have no meat on my bones. I'm skin and bones.
Skin and bones.
Skin and bones. To the toe.
No, I like though he was talking about how people in our age, like 15 to 30, have like the highest risk of testicular cancer.
Aren't we fucked up? Aren't we fucked?
He told me that I should, when I'm in the shower, I should check to make sure I don't have a third ball or something. And he said, I asked why. He's like, oh, we should get testicular cancer. I wanted to start laughing because of the Randy Marsh in South Park carrying a wheelbarrow, like holding his ball sack.
I'm gonna get it.
Buffalo Soldier, heart of America. I'm gonna break this.
Lord. I'm Lord.
So what about any funny things that have happened to you recently?
Got fucked over on GTA 5.
Okay, I don't want to talk about that. So.
That pissed me off. That pissed me off.
Why don't you talk about it then? Talk about it. And then I'll ask you a question.
I got blown up by sticky bombs.
You think your sister's gonna watch this video because you're in it?
Probably.
It's gonna be an hour long.
That's all she's gonna sit there.
And you're talking about it like, yeah, like,
let's blow up the tri-state area.
So I wanted to ask you, has anything even happened with the other person in your life?
Other person?
Can I say it? You know what I'm talking about?
No, nothing's happened.
Nothing? You haven't talked at all? Wow. Damn. You haven't? Not since the movie theater? Well, okay. So I went to the movie theater with Jack because he and someone else, I won't say it, but they don't want to die tonight.
I'm going to die tonight.
I probably will die if I mention her name. But she, her and Jack were going to the movie theater, and I was like, oh, cool. It's like, I really want to go see Insidious 3 too, because they wanted to, they were going to go see it. It was really good. It's surprising what I was expecting that to be total shit because it wouldn't.
Yeah.
But it was really good. It was really good. So I think it was.
The demon just did it. I Hi.
My expectations for the Insidious 3 movie were very low, but it's very good.
Hi.
I was I asked them. I was like, okay, so what time are you guys going to the movie theater? He's like, oh, we don't know. It's like, oh, what theater are you going to? Oh, we don't know. So you plan to go to Insidious 3?
I was gonna look everything up like afterwards.
Yeah, I know, but you told me that, and all I thought was in my mind, wow, you like to plan shit, but you don't plan for it. I was
going to.
But I did it for them, and I called them up, and I got the perfect time for to go to the movie theater. 4:20 blaze it, and
4:20 baby.
I went to the so I went there, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna third wheel this bitch, and yeah, that was a fourth person. I didn't really care, but
that was funny.
Yeah, that was funny. So no, we got there, and it was like 4:90. It was like we got there at like what, 3:50.
Something like that.
And we get there, and we're like, okay, so we're really early. And beforehand, Jack called the person, and she said, oh, it's okay, I'm going to get a ride with somebody else. It's like, okay. So I was like, all right, we'll just drive over to the theater. Went in the theater, and it's about maybe 5 minutes before the movie starts, and I'm like, okay, fuck this. I was, by the way, backstory, I just did the first 24-hour live stream before I went to go see this theater, to go see this movie. So I was very irritable, really impatient, so I was like, okay, you know what, fuck this. I'm not going to wait.
I thought it was funny.
I know, you were laughing the entire time. I love the person that saw me and you, like, you had, like, some, like, don't fuck with me shirt on or something like that. No,
it was all, don't be fickle, try a Hooper's pickle. And she, looked at me. I was like, what the fuck are you looking at me?
No, but then she looked at me like, dude, we got 2 fucking Oompa Loompas here. That's what her look was, because I had dyed hair and she saw you.
Then I had my glasses on, I looked weird with my glasses on.
Yeah, and your shirt. So I went to the movie theater, I got popcorn and a Sprite, and I was just sitting down, and I see Jack come up, and I see Alana come up. I'm gonna die now. I can't believe it out. Okay, fuck it. She didn't kill me. I don't care.
Nobody cares anymore.
I really don't. She didn't kill me. Okay. So all 3 of you guys showed up, and it's like, oh, about fucking time in my mind. And the entire time, because I was so tired, I was really irritable. You guys didn't seem to give a shit, though. None of you cared. I was like, oh, that's cool. They're not gonna care if I'm like if I can talk a little bit, because all you were talking, just as much as I was. But I love the dude that was down in the corner. He was like, dude, shut up, seriously, I'm trying to watch the movie. And it was like the point where, like, the third time I said, I'm like, you say it one more fucking time, I want to make a scene in the theater and get us all 4 of us kicked out. That's how I was like in my head. And
you know what I should have done? I should have got up and just been like, assault!
Oh no! I'm gonna get my dad one of these days to be on this podcast.
Oh god, he's gonna sit here like, what am I supposed to be looking at?
He doesn't. I'll just tell him just to talk and we talk about random shit. Like diabetes or something. And
diabetes.
And
oh, that hurts.
And I like how I got out of the theater, and she's like, did you dye your hair? No.
No, never.
No. She's like, you look like Ponyboy from The Outsiders, and I was like, okay.
I forgot. That's what she said.
That's what she said. She said, you look like Ponyboy from The Outsiders because he cut and dyed his hair. I was like, oh, fuck you.
Fuck you.
I got all my games. Got them all right there. So beautiful. I got all Gears of War games. I can't wait for 4 to come out. Oh, that's gonna be so much fun.
I can't wait to play 3. I still haven't played 3.
Do you know what happens in 3?
No.
Okay, I'm not gonna say it.
Doesn't, like, one of them die, Dawn or Mark or something like that?
Mad World. I love that game because Mad World is in it. The song Mad World is playing in it when whoever you said dies.
It's one of them, isn't it?
It's what?
One of them die, don't they?
One of them dies in the Gears of War 3.
Fuck. I don't want to figure out who yet.
Don't. I have it, so you could. When it gets put on backwards compatibility, you can come over and play it.
Me and you will both play it. We'll just do a few.
Yeah, split screen.
Few videos on that and watch us die completely, and then completely start raging.
Crying.
Oh, I'll start crying probably.
When someone dies.
But you're just running up.
So talk about a stupid story that's happened in your life. Like if just something that you can totally bitch about right now. That's what we're gonna do. And you do one, and then I'll do one.
Something I can completely bitch about, huh?
Something funny that'll get a laugh out of one of us. It doesn't matter if the audience laughs. It matters if we laugh because they can think the stories are shit.
I'm kind of going with the shadow of that thing over there.
Oh, yeah.
They're on TikTok and it's going with it.
I think I've talked about that before. What I have over there. It's really stupid.
It's supposed to be like a snowman.
It's a snowman. I got it from. Okay, so I guess I'll talk about this.
Yeah, let's talk about the dumb snowman thingy.
All right. So this is cool. So this right here is a solar-powered snowman, and when it gets light on it, right here, it'll start going back and forth like that, and it will never stop.
It will never stop.
It actually belonged to Kenny French. It belonged to Kenny, and I'm gonna tell you how I got it. So Kenny gave this to Mr. Jeffrey, and it was the last day of school, and Jeffrey was like putting some of the stuff away, and he said he didn't want this. I'm like, you don't want it? He's like, no, can I have it? He's like, sure. And then we were watching movies the whole day. I was in this class watching movies all day. I said going to play like the Super Smash Bros. Tournament. I didn't feel like it.
Yeah, I didn't even go. It was like a wasted event.
Yeah, and then I went and I watched like I think it was Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I watched the whole movie. You should have been there for that. It was amazing.
Oh damn it!
I watched it with him, and then we were gonna watch Spaceballs when they took it off of Netflix, and then we watched Billy Madison, and then Nacho Libre. The Lord's Cheaps. And
good movies that I actually know.
And so he gave this to me, and I just took it. It's like he just gave it to me, and I'm like, okay, cool, and I have it with me now. So it's like it's just a reminder of Mr. Jeffrey. If he watches this, he can be like, wow, I have some delinquents as my students. They just curse all day when they're outside of school.
You know, he got mad at me a few times because I did that, but he was pretty cool about it. He wasn't like, you're gonna shut your mouth.
Oh, like some other teacher that we both know. You want to talk about him?
I can't do it. I can't go through next year. Hell, fucking no.
You have to do it.
I know.
Just sit next to me in class. Okay, in case you don't, people don't, I think we got enough time to do this. You can see though, down at the bottom little meter, it's gonna stop at 30 minutes. So when it gets like 28, I'll say we're gonna take a little break, and part 2 will be out like later.
Yeah.
You spend the night, or I'm just gonna head out after this?
I don't know.
Alright, so I'm gonna talk about this teacher, and I've talked about it in another video. I've talked about it in my alien isolation video, and I did a thank you for having 21 subscribers. And I'm gonna talk about this teacher. Okay.
We got a gun.
I have a couple BB guns, but that's it.
Will that do damage?
They'll shoot copper bullets. Copper BBs. Okay, so I want to talk about this. We have this teacher. He's a world history teacher, and his name is Mr. Mantis. And I used to have a lot of respect for this teacher. I think everybody did. At like the beginning of the year, we all had respect for this teacher.
I thought it was a cool dude.
So did I. I thought it was like, dude, I could totally just hang out with this guy and have like a beer with him or something. Like when I'm like 21.
Cody got along with him for sure.
Only because
they're both total assholes.
Yeah, because that's the only reason. I'm like, why would he get along with this?
I could see one of them watching this video and just like laughing in denial.
Yeah, in denial.
I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
Crying in the background.
I lost my girlfriend, so I'm gonna be a dick to my students.
Oh, okay. He's gonna kill us now. Okay. The reason why I like this teacher is because, yeah, like he said, he asked his girlfriend to marry him and he got dumped, which is I felt sorry for when I found that out. I'm like, shit, that's pretty bad.
I felt pretty bad about it.
I felt pretty bad. And some of the kids in our class are disrespectful as shit. Like, there's a good half of our class that was in world history that just wouldn't listen, and it made him really mad. And understandable, because if I was the teacher there, I wouldn't like those kids either. But then there's a lot of the other half of the class, very calm, very polite, actually does their work. Yes, we're one of those people. And we were doing the last project in our class, which is we had to pick a year, and we had to report on historical events that didn't involve America. That was our project. Pick a year in the decade from 2000 to 2014. We could pick a year. I picked 2009. I think Jack, what you picked? 2010. 10. Yeah, you picked 10. We were doing this.
3 times.
Yeah, okay, so
3 fucking times.
So okay, I'm gonna explain that. So we had about 2 weeks to do this, and the first week was supposed to be getting your information, then the second was putting the project together. Jack and I both got that, both did the project 3 times over, the reason why we did it 3 times over is because the OneDrive, which is basically not not OneDrive, UDrive, which is something related to the school, where if you put it in that file, you can go to another computer and access it. We got that. It wasn't like we didn't know what to do. It's just it kept leaving our minds as an honest mistake. And it was like the 3rd time that we had made the mistake, and I went up to this Mr. Lindemanis, and I asked him, hey, I know I forgot to put the history, it was the 2nd time, I forgot to put it on my U drive. Can I please go get the computer that I had it on and put it on and like and work on it there? And he very loudly yells at me about this, and he basically tells me the equivalence of a teacher telling me to fuck off. And so I sat down. I lost a lot of respect for him. I lost whatever little respect I had for him, because he had previously told me I would amount to nothing and I would become just a fat, lazy fuck.
He called him a total fat lard.
Yeah. Because I had a 2-liter soda in his class.
Yeah, he just had a 2-liter soda. Big whoop.
It's not like I was going to drink the whole thing.
You didn't even have it halfway by the time you got in that class. You got it like at lunch.
It was full.
Yeah, it was still full.
I got it. I got it at lunch, and I was like, you know what? I was going to save it for at home, because I was going to have like somebody come over to come drink it. And I was just going to save it for them, because my sister was living with me at the time. So I was like, I'm just going to save it for them. I was thirsty. So I took a little sip, and he comes over to me, and he's like, you know, I heard about this guy who drank a 2-liter.
Yeah, I guess you knew this guy or something.
Yeah, like I heard about this guy. I knew this guy who just drank a 2-liter, and he became like this fat tub of lard that like just should have died, and he tried to kill himself many times. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? You're not calling me a fat ass, are you? In my mind. And after he's done telling his speech about this guy, he just did this. I was like, I was so mad at him. And then upon him yelling at me, I was like, you know what? I wanted to take the iPad that I had and like hold it like this and just swing it at him.
I remember. Sorry, video cut out for a second.
We apologize for what just happened. The video decided to cut out on us.
Yeah,
so
I didn't like hearing Lindemanis.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm not surprised. But anyways, back to the story. He was yelling at me, and he said some of those things, and so I just sat back down. I finished it a 3rd time, and Jack was in the middle of on his 3rd time working on it, and you didn't finish it. He did like you're supposed to have 2 like segments for each like month of the year, and he had like 1 in.
I did not give a fuck at the end.
Yeah. After what he said, he was done with it. After what happened, and so every time, like when I finished it, I was done about a week early, despite him yelling at me. So I just sat down and I finished it, and I was all happy. I was like,
and he got pissed about it.
He got pissed because I finished, and I did a really good job finishing it. And he actually implemented a rule the day I finished it that you had to have a source for every picture. Because I finished it, I only had 1 source. And he had to be very specific about the source and all that. And he used that, and he was screaming at me and all that the entire time. And I went and I finished it. And he every time I would every day I would check to make sure it was done and it was like still there. And I put it back, and every time he would look at me and he would be like, you're done already? I'm like, yeah, I finished it, Mr. Lindemanis. And I was all walking leisurely. I was all smirking at him. I finished it. You can check, too. And the whole class was like, dude, you're really pissed at him. They could tell how mad I was at him. And it was just like this constant stare down we'd always have. And, come presentation day.
Oh.
I don't know.
Don't get me started on presentation day.
Do you want to talk about it, Jack?
You want to talk about my presentation day?
No, I want to talk.
Your presentation day.
I want to talk about the other one's presentation day.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, he can tell you this because I don't want to get killed.
So
don't kill me, Alana. Just kill me.
Alana, she probably won't want this done, but we felt bad for her. Lindemanis straight out told her that she's fucked on the whole project, right? Because she was absent and she couldn't get it done. I think that's what it was, right?
No, I think it was because didn't she have like anxiety? And she couldn't
go
up.
She had anxiety.
She couldn't go up and perform.
And it's a common fear for a lot of people. It was fucked up. It was really fucked up. He just like, nope, sorry, you failed.
Yeah.
I wanted to sock him in his mouth.
That's what he said. He said because like, and she even tried to negotiate. She was all like, well, can I just do it like after class and no one's in there? Because she genuinely had anxiety, and and he goes, nope, you failed. And she was shaking too, coming up to presentation. And I felt so bad for her, and I felt so pissed off at Linda Manis. I wanted to kill him at that point.
I have the same fear, but you know what? The minute I got up there, I started shaking because I wanted to jump across the desk and fuck him up.
Yeah.
Because he straight up, he was like, "Oh, sorry, you had your opportunity."
Yeah. He when he went to go do his presentation,
had my presentation on file. I could see it on his computer and everything. Sorry, you had your chance.
I like how he heard me telling you, no, you didn't get a chance to go up. I was telling him like very quietly, and Linda Manis just looks at me with like this wide-eyed look, and I'm like, what are you gonna do, Linda Manis? I'm telling him the truth. And he's like, Jack, go ahead and go up. And I was like,
he put up the wrong presentation. I'm like, no, that ain't my fucking mine.
Then it hit.
I was just like, that ain't mine. Got to pull up the fucking right one. I'll go up.
Yeah, and I like how you were so sarcastic the entire time. Wow. I know your excuse for the sarcasm, but she didn't like it.
I started shaking.
You got a D, didn't you?
Yeah, I got a D.
And man, and you passed the class though, and I got a B on it. I got a B.
You did yours a lot more.
I did mine I did
political than I did.
Yeah, a lot more political. And so that's basically what happened in his class.
I think it could be better. I think I did better to just do that instead of flipping out completely.
Yeah, I the reason why I didn't flip out on him the first time he yelled at me is because of the fact that we were about a week away from the school year ending, and I didn't want all that work to be for nothing. Not to mention, I still had to do summer school after that, because I was like down a half a credit and I made it up.
I would have told him, straight out, what, you're going to go ahead and put my grade down because you have a hate crime against me? Big whoop. Boo, ho, ho. Big adult can't go ahead and manage up to a teenager. Oh, boo-hoo. Poor baby. I was waiting for it. Oh god.
So okay, I can see that bar is getting really close.
Holy shit.
So I'm gonna say this because if it cuts off abruptly again, but it's also because of the fact that we're gonna reach the 30-minute mark. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna take a little break, get something to drink, and then we're gonna come back and do the next part. And both of the parts will be uploaded today, and we might do something else. I don't know. But this is gonna be a weekly thing. The CREWCAST, episode 1. Wait. I gotta do this. I saw this. This is like a couple years old. So stupid to do.
Whoa!
It's so stupid to do.
Fuck the paperwork.
I gotta dye my hair again.
Probably.
Look, you can see the line right there.
Yeah.
I'll wait till it's like really low though. I'm gonna have to. I don't know if I want to. Hey everybody, just a quick little update. Part 2 of the podcast will not be coming out because the files got corrupted after we finished recording part 2, so I do apologize about that. This is the only part you're going to see. Hope you enjoyed the podcast.